Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we are going to be highlighting a team with Medicham. These battles are from the end of season 2, but I thought they were such good battles that I wanted to include them and showcase them. This is from Amazingly Justin. Medicham used to be the go-to fighter. It's since been surpassed by other fighters in terms of popularity, but I think Medicham is super strong. Counter. And then has a wide variety of different moves, charge moves. That includes like Power Up Punch, Dynamic Punch, Psychic, Ice Punch. So it has a pretty good coverage and makes it a little bit unpredictable at what it's going to be, what it's going to be throwing in terms of its charge moves. So let's go ahead and start the battles. This is again from the end of season 2, but these battles are very good and should be very useful. So obviously, an amazing lead here. These counters are definitely chunk away. Counter, in my opinion, is the best overall charge move in the overall fast move in the entire game. And he just doesn't even bother baiting. He just goes straight up for it. And then here comes Jumpluff, a very interesting Pokemon. It is a flying grass type with Bullet Seed. You typically Bullet Seed, Aerial Ace, and Energy Ball, but it can also carry Dazzling Gleam. Likely this is going to be an Energy Ball. And Munchlax, obviously a pure normal type, gonna be able to land this Body Slam, but because of how outrageously thick Jumpluff is, it's gonna be able to survive a boosted Psychic and a Body Slam. That's kind of nuts, and gonna be able to lick down beforehand. But the Energy Ball is definitely added up. And then here comes Machamp, and it's a good thing they have Medicham because this Machamp is quite scary. Probably needs to. It's safe to shield here, because the worst thing, what you don't want to do is that this Machamp ends up shielding and then countering down, then even touches the Stun Fist would be really bad. And as you can see, these counters are doing a ton of damage. Looks like this Machamp should have been able to get to a Cross Chop, but actually might not be carrying Cross Chop. What? I don't know. Or weird CMP tie? I don't know what happened there. Okay, it definitely should have won CMP, so that's kind of weird. Likely, okay, gonna not let this go. It is double boosted in terms of the counters. So, okay, gonna save the... Definitely could have just won by throwing a few more counters and then Mud-Shotting down. Or even throwing the Power Up Punch. And but yeah, this game is basically over at this point in time. Yeah, a few more mud shots, and this is gonna be GG. All right, we are going into the next battle. Obviously, a incredible lead here, right? So let's see the switch out into Deoxys. Gonna go into Munchlax. You would think like intuitively that Deoxys would be a good counter to Munchlax since it's doing counter and it's facing a normal type. But the lick damage is absolutely tremendous, and the reason why it's even more oppressive is because a Defense Deoxys has really high defense but really low HP. So that means that each of the licks are doing a lot, and because lick is a half a second fast move, it does a lot of damage. And as you can see here, they're basically even at the end of this match, and they actually have to expend a shield, and looks like they're gonna do the counter down. This is likely a Rock Slide, a little bit too quick, unless it's Psycho Boost, a little bit too quick to be anything else. And they actually come back in with with Shift Tree, so they're obviously very weak to wow, did they show a Power Up Punch last time? That's such a gutsy no shield. Okay, here comes another Power Up Punch. Okay, so they must be really weak. Stun Fist? Lots of teams are so weak to counter users. Just because like fighters are not too common nowadays. With the rise of Hypno, obviously they're good against Stun Fist, but even Stun Fist has a lot of counterplay. All right, we're gonna go into the next match, and we're gonna see. Oh, okay. All right, this is weird. This is weird. I'm not gonna lie. Gonna go straight up for the power up punch. Typically bubble, icy wind, and then can either have bubble beam or hydro pump. Okay, so ends up shielding the hydro pump. That definitely would have did a lot of damage. I don't know if it would have KO'd, but it would certainly did quite a bit of damage. And they go into Deoxys and gonna take the Rock Slide or Psycho Boost. Rock Slide. Gonna switch out, and as you can see, these licks are doing a lot of damage. Munchlax is also able to outpace Deoxys. It takes 6 seconds, 6, 6, and 5.5 to get the charge moves, and for Deoxys it is 7, 6, and 7, and then 6. It just basically rotates between the two. But they're gonna go for the double Psycho Boost here. The second Psycho Boost is double nerfed, so it only does like 2/3 of the original one. And then here comes Registeel. This Bulldoze is going to do a decent amount of damage. And let's see how they're going to play this out. This team is very anti-Registeel. So probably should go into Stunfisk, because obviously it has a very poor matchup against... So we're going to end up shielding this Focus Blast. Expecting to switch out at some point in time. They go for another Focus Blast, and then I expect to switch out after this. Yep, here comes the switch out. They actually choose to stay in, which I find pretty interesting. And just going to actually end up sacking it. And then going to go into Medicham. And here's the thing, like, they are very close to another Earthquake. And unless Registeel can lock on down Medicham, it's going to be able to make it to the Earthquake regardless. That's why they don't even bother shielding, because they knew the game was over at that point in time. And we're going to go into the next game, and we're going to see Medicham into Razor Leaf Tropius. If they had Ice Punch, this would be a lot better. So gonna pretend they have Ice Punch. The thing is, like, if you're an experienced Tropius user, you never shield the first one, because that's how you end up losing the matchup, is you end up getting hit by a boosted Ice Punch. So I do expect them to shield this, but let's see if they're going to. They don't. Very gutsy call on their part. They definitely could have lost that 0 shield matchup. This is going to be another Leaf Blade. These Razor Leafs are definitely adding up. And then doesn't want to give up. Okay, that's not good. And we're going to see a regular Machamp. This is still going to do a pretty good amount of damage. This Body Slam definitely hurts, so they're definitely going to be able to draw a shield with this second Body Slam. And definitely going to come back in with Medicham, but Medicham is super low, so I don't necessarily know how this is going to play out. Yeah, this is, I think this might be GG. Yeah. I don't see the play here. Gonna let this second one through. It's not a Shadow, so it's not gonna do a crazy amount of damage. Cross Chop is quite a weak move, but I don't know. Like, Bastet on the back is like the only way you can win this. There's no way. There's not a conceivable way to win this match at that low HP, and it is a Dugong. And it doesn't even matter. You would need to land like 3 Rock Slides anyways, and the Dugong would likely debuff before you can get to 3. So, well, I guess you land 3 regardless, but yeah, it's gonna be GG. Kind of a tough matchup there. Medicham into Registeel, and they switch out into Azumarill. Very slow on the switch. I'm not really sure, because, like, to be honest, like, very anti-Registeel team also means that you're probably pretty weak to Azumarill. Azumarill and Registeel play off each other quite well. Obviously, there's some exceptions like core breakers like Meganium that we saw, or even like Lantern to a degree in previous seasons. She's gonna let this go. Oh man, able to get to that body slam. That's crazy. That's when you know your Munchlax very well. Oh man, able to grab the shield. Gonna throw the power punch. I think they're gonna make it to the charge move here. Nope, they are not. Here comes Skarmory. To be honest, like, it doesn't really matter. I think you just really want to chip away this Skarmory because Stunfisk is going to be able to clean up in the back. Could actually just go to Stunfisk now, but grabbing those shields is quite nice, and there's nothing that I probably shouldn't even throw it as a Skarmory. I guess you put it into Focus Blast range, but really nothing that they can do. A Stunfisk is such a wall to Skarmory, and then with shields up, it basically eliminates Registeel. So obviously not a great matchup here. Likely they're going to go for an Aerial Ace, and then going to switch out into Munchlax. Likely this is an Energy Ball. It's just so spammy with that Bullet Seed. It has really great bulk. And then here comes Stunfisk. This Bulldoze, it's super effective, but it's just like Stunfisk is such a monster. They will have to Earthquake to KO. A Rock Slide will not KO. And they'll have to throw another one. Likely they will let this go. And then come in with Medicham. And get a Power Up Punch. And then probably wants to Power Up Punch and Psychic the Jumpluff. This is just a Rock Slide, so no need to shield it. And then it's going to be one short of this. Oh, this is Azumarill. Oh, okay, yeah, this is very bad too. Really needs this damage here. To be honest, I might have stayed in that matchup with Azumarill, because what is Medicham gonna do against the Jumpluff? Not really that much, but definitely could have stayed in that matchup. Forced the Azumarill to throw energy before, and then putting it into Rock Slide range, I think is the play. Plus you have the boost already, right? It's like, oh, interesting how they're gonna play this. Jumpluff is very tanky, so it's gonna take 2 Rock Slides. Gonna need to sack Medicham. It is building up quite a bit of energy because it's anticipating the sack. Oh yeah, I don't think this is good. It's 1 away from another, or 2 away. Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is Aerial Ace, and then here comes the Energy Ball. It's way too spammy. I think staying in with Medicham into Azumarill was the play. This is not going to KO. Does like about, is this going to KO? No, definitely not. It does about 40%, I want to say. Maybe a little bit less. Okay, obviously, very good matchup here. They go into Azumarill. Again, not really a hard counter into Azumarill, so the Azumarill switch in is very awkward for this team. The thing is, like, when you win the lead that hard, you don't necessarily need to win switch advantage, because both Pokemon beat Bastiodon pretty handily. Obviously Medicham a little bit more, because it takes neutral damage from Flamethrower, as opposed to as opposed to super effective damage. But double resisting the smackdowns as opposed to single resisting. Gonna go for the Ice Beam. Definitely back into Medicham. Gonna build up a little bit, and then this Power Punch will be enough to KO the Azumarill. Very nice counting. Oh, actually is not able to. This is just an Ice Beam, right? Or it could be a Play Rough, but I expect that to old. Okay, yeah. So might as well just throw the. Okay, gonna throw the Psychic. Was expecting the Power Punches, I guess. Man, that was a. I think either play, to be honest, like throwing 2 Power Punches, you're gonna get a shield regardless, and then not shielding as the Meganium is way too risky. And yeah, way too risky. I think like safer play was to straight Power Punch, but it was a really nice read. Man, Medicham, what a monster! Man, not shielding. Could have been an ice punch, right? Which would have been basically the same amount of damage. So obviously another good lead here. Medicham doesn't like beat Umbreon. I don't know. It doesn't like beat it as badly as some of the other fighters. For a couple reasons, it takes neutral damage from these foul plays. But I guess it is carrying dynamic. It typically carries dynamic punch. But as you can see, this Umbreon does chunk away at this Medicham quite a bit. And they go to Skarmory. Okay, I don't think need to stay in that long, to be honest. Building up the, I think having the health is more important than having the. Oh, they actually go for the flash. Again, this is from season 2. Likely they would be carrying Brave Bird instead of Flash Cannon. You definitely want to come out of this matchup with energy, but this won't KO since it only does neutral to Skarmory, and then should be able to Mud Shot down. I don't know. Probably comes out with a Rock Slide. Let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah. One short of the Earthquake. This won't KO. And I doubt this Umbreon shield, so maybe it would have been more worth it to okay. They end up shielding that. Interesting. What is this Galvantula gonna do? I don't know what this 1 HP I don't really know. Man, to be honest, doesn't really need to shield this discharge. As crazy as that sounds, it almost for sure wouldn't KO. Okay, it will KO now. And then the lick down. And then, oh, Umbreon's worst nightmare, getting licked down by a Munchlax. Well, Munchlax likes them thick, right? There you go. All right, GG. For those that are asking, like, what GG means good game. That just means like it was a good battle. It's a common courtesy thing. Okay, so Medicham does quite well against Toxicroak. They obviously with the Psychic. This is likely a Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb obviously would hurt quite a bit. And able to get to the Psychic first, which really doesn't make too much sense. Here comes Hypno. Gonna go into Munchlax. Munchlax doesn't care. Man, this lick damage is so tremendous. Thunder Punch. And then here comes Azumarill. And then here comes the Body Slam. Munchlax such a good safe switch. Because even when he gets counter switched by like a fighter, it's oftentimes able to take a shield, especially if it's a squishier fighter like a Medicham. Man, Munchlax is sometimes it's astounding the damage it can take. Definitely gonna go into Medicham. This is just an Ice Beam. It'll survive an Ice Beam. Should be able to counter down still. Oh, they go to Hypno. Gonna throw a little bit of chip damage, but it can basically just double Earthquake at this point in time. Or triple Rock Slide. Either one's gonna be fine. Makes sense to shield. And they go for back-to-back fire punches. But it can basically much shy down. I expect to switch out to Azumarill very soon. Yep. Build up to 2 rock slides and then double rock slide. This could be more than enough. Stunfisk, very pleased with the work that it is doing. All right. Medicham doing work though. Okay, so obviously this is a bad lead. So gonna go straight into the Munchlax safe switch. Gonna be met by Altaria. The thing is, like, cannot really beat the objective is not to win switch here. The objective is to get a shield advantage. And I think winning switch, like, you just want to threaten that you're gonna win switch. Like, the third body slam is gonna be enough to threaten it. Oh my gosh! Are you serious? That sucks. Okay, get a mud shot down. This is gonna be an extremely difficult match. Got a really nice farm right before it gets to a charge move. This Azumarill really wants to shield the Earthquakes because they're going to do the most damage. So grabs the shield. Gonna throw another charge move. Gonna throw the Earthquake. Let's see if the Azumarill is going to shield. No shield. Okay. Likely it's just going to throw Ice Beams. It built up to the Hydro. But really, it's just gonna throw. Let's see if this Azumarill is gonna switch out, expecting that there's something very weak to Stunfisk in the back. Oh, it is Registeel. I don't know if that was what the appropriate play was. Was it more appropriate to bring Registeel versus Stunfisk? Because this is objectively a worse match, right? Depending on what you want to do here, either option is fine. But I think you counter down and then you throw the Psychic at Azumarill. And this Azumarill threw its energy. And then very nice play at the end. Medicham with Power Up Punch is very interesting. Boosted the counters, didn't waste as much energy to take care of the Registeel, and had enough, was able to counter down and then throw the Psychic into Azumarill to win the match. So thank you again, amazingly Justin, for sharing me those battles. Definitely Medicham puts a lot of work in this meta, and I think it's going to be really strong in Season 3 as well. So anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video.